Hey guys, it's Rico Ryan for here, Rico for short, and today I have another League of Legends match for you. This one featuring Akali. Alright, so quickly I want to point out this was my first match with Akali. I decided what the hell, might as well buy her, I have enough IP. So this was my first match with her, so this is basically taken from a noob's point of view. On my team this was taken from a normal game actually, I should say that as well. So, no draft mode, I can't see what the enemy has in champion select, and it's not ranked. Okay, so we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna start off with an amplifying tome and a health potion, because I have no idea what actually to buy. So on my team, I have a Ziggs player who will be going mid, Malphite jungle. This is Bob, my friend, playing Kale with me bot as Akali, and then we're going to have a Volibear solo top. And then the enemy's going to have a Shaco jungle, a Viger mid, a Rammus solo top, and I'm going to turn down my...
So many noobs. Will matchmaking ever find true balance?
Yeah. Me and Bob like to stuff around quite a bit. Right, so Rammus is going to solo top for them, and Graves and Sion are going to be bot. This was a normal match, so don't expect, like, support, ranged AD bot, like, we have a random team comp, but oh well. So, Akali is a ninja champion, or energy champion. She uses energy, as you can see through that bar there, that yellow bar, and I don't think zooming in actually helps. Her passive is, twin disciplines. Basically, it has like two sides. First part is Discipline of Force. Upon obtaining 20 ability power, Akali's hits deal percentage bonus magic damage, increasing by 1% for every 6 ability power gained after. And the other part is Discipline of Might, and as you can see, actually, I do have Discipline of Force already on. So Discipline of Might. Upon obtaining 10 bonus attack damage, Akali gains 8% spell vamp. And meanwhile, I'm going to get stunned and get engaged after this Graves. And I'm going to get really low. Graves are going to flash after me, get ignite, going to buckshot me, and I'm going to die and unfortunately give first blood. Meanwhile, this is Bob getting chased by Sion. Going to get stunned, no, but going to slow Sion. And he's going to have to stay there for a little bit until I get back. So, unfortunately, couldn't get out of that. Well, I could have. I had my flash up, but I just didn't use it as I knew I was going to die because I was ignited. So when I went back, got health potions and a sight ward. And meanwhile, Shaco, ganking Malphite in the jungle, he did place some boxes right there. And when Malphite came, Shaco does have ignite, so he was able to take him down. Pardon me. Alrighty, so her passive allows it, so it's great to build her, what do you call it, hybrid, so a bit of attack damage, a bit of ability power. Mainly people like to go ability power on Akali, and I can see why. And looks like that Q from KO did like half health, but that was just because of the tower. Anyway, so you can, things like Hextech Gunblade are really good items on her, I think, because, I'm not too sure, because it gives Spell Vamp, which is great on her, and it also gives things like ability power and attack damage, and that extra attack damage can help you gain even more Spell Vamp, so, you can just basically have a lot more Spell Vamp. Alrighty, so, her Q is Mark of the Assassin. Akali throws her Karma, which is like a type of, it's the weapon she's holding. Akali throws her Karma at a target enemy to deal magic damage and mark the target for 6 seconds. Akali's melee attacks against a marked target will consume the mark to cause the same amount of damage as it does on hit, and restore some of the energy. So it's basically her main attacking skill. Every Akali basically maxes it first unless you're stupid, and it's just a great spell because I have, how much, 53 ability power, and it says plus 21 magic damage, so that's about, and I'm gonna get engaged and get about half health. That's about just under a 0.5 ratio, so if you have a lot of ability power plus like a Lich Bane or a Sheen, then you can do a lot of damage. So basically that's the skill I like to max first, and it goes really well with her ultimate, which is Shadow Dance. Akali moves through shadows quickly to quickly strike a target, dealing magic damage. Akali, and meanwhile Malphite's going to teleport in, and this was a bit of a weird teleport. We were thinking, what is he doing? So not too sure what he was doing, so we decided to just leave him alone and go back to farming, even though we're not actually trying to farm properly. Anyway, so her ultimate Shadow Dance, Akali stores an Essence of Shadow on kills and assists, as well as every 24 seconds, up to 3 in total. And it costs one Essence of Shadow to use her ultimate. So normally what you can do, and I learnt this from Bob as well as just videos and playing Akali in general, what you do is you Q the enemy and then you ult towards them, and then you can use the mark on them, and I'm gonna get hit by the turret twice. That was actually retarded. And then you can use your E, use your W, Q, attack, and they should be dead, and ignite maybe. And meanwhile, Volibear's getting a kill top against Rammus. I don't know how that works out. Anyway. Pardon me. Alrighty, so her E is her other attack damage spell. It's called Crescent Slash, and meanwhile I'm gonna get stunned by just as I go invisible, and meanwhile we're gonna go after Sion it seems, so I'm gonna get him really low. One more attack should finish him off, but I'm not gonna bother going to him. Meanwhile Malphite died to Shaco and Graves, so KO gonna get chased by Shaco and Graves. I'm gonna get really low, but my thing isn't up yet, and I got Shaco really low. I'm gonna flash away from Graves, and then Shaco gonna get really low. Looks like Kale's gonna have to flash away. I'm in my smoke screen, and I wanted to go after that Shaco, and he's just gonna survive, and that happens every time with with Akali for me. And I'm going to be able to get away safely. Meanwhile, Kale's gonna get chased by Graves. Here comes Ziggs, gonna put the slow down, gonna fail his Q though. And here comes his ultimate, and there's the ignite, and he's gonna finish him off. So 1 for 1 there. Our Malphite died to Shaco, but we were able to get a kill on Graves, so pretty even overall. Anyway, so her E is Crescent Slash. Akali flourishes her Karmas, slicing nearby enemy units for physical damage. This scales off of AP, but it's not as good as a AP ratio as your Q or your ultimate. And it also scales off of AD, and I think it's like a 0.8 ratio, and meanwhile Sion's just gonna not be able to catch me, as I recall. So I'm gonna still have those health potions, but I'm gonna have a Hextech Revolver now, and that's gonna help me with that spell vamp. And also with my passive. So Akali's melee attack deals an additional 17.4% magic damage. So that's a quite a fair amount if you build a lot of AP and then have your Q. Anyway, so it looks like a fight going on mid, and both flashes coming out, but an ignite going on to our Ziggs, as Ziggs ignite was down from Graves. Anyway, so her W is Twilight Shard. This is basically every champion has like a utility spell, and for Akali that's this. So I'm gonna get stunned, but I'm in my shroud, so I'm gonna be just fine. Akali throws down a cover of smoke, which is that lasts for 8 seconds. While inside the area, Akali's attack, Akali gains 10 armor and magic resist, and this is at level 1. And becomes stealth. Attacking or using abilities will briefly reveal her, but as soon as you do it, after like 0.5 seconds, they will you'll go back to invisibility, and enemies inside the smoke area are slowed by a percentage. So the great thing about this is you can throw your Q or your W at someone, and then attack, and then you'll go back invisible, and then you can use your other abilities like your E, and then go invisible, and they won't be able to deal damage to you. So it's a great spell to have. Anyway, so we're gonna go after Sion. I'm gonna put my ignite, and I'm almost level 6, so I'm gonna stick around and actually go for the minions so I can have just enough. There we go. just enough for my ultimate, and I'm going to be able to get it now, and my Ignite's now up. So there's the vision of Graves. I'm going to go after him. There's my Q, and Ignite. I'm forgetting my Ignite. There's the Ignite, and I'm going to be able to take him down, and I'm going to heal myself just enough so I can not die to the turret. Anyway, so looks like Sion's really low as well. I could probably take him down, but I'm not going to risk that. And it looks like Kale's ultimate is up as well, as she hasn't actually used it. Anyway, so Akali can get really strong really on. As soon as she gets level 6, her ultimate, she can just throw down, harass really, really well. You normally see her solo top or AP mid. That is because she can harass so well and then go into a Twilight Shroud, and they won't be able to deal as much damage back to her. So I'm going to recall, get boots, some health pots, and some sight wards. And it looks like Zig's going against this turret, but here comes Vigar, gonna fail his stun for some reason. And not much gonna happen there. It looks like Ziggs is actually dying. Well, everybody dies. Anyway, so normally what you want to build on Akali, sorry, not Kale, Akali is, well, you can go hybrid AD or AP. I like to go hybrid with an AP sort of perspective, and meanwhile Zig's actually gonna die mid. He did get ulted by Vigar, if I remember correctly. Anyway, so I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna throw down my Twilight Shroud, go back invisible, use my E, use my basic attack, and still go invisible. So that is the great thing about using her Twilight Shroud. They won't be able to see you unless they have an Oracles, and then you can just deal so much damage. Anyway, so looks like so I'm going up to Kale, so I'm gonna go after her. Go after Sal. I'm gonna be able to take him down. Kale's getting really low, gonna get ignited. We're gonna go after Graves, but I'm really low as well, and Graves is continuing to chase after me, it seems. And let's see, what's he gonna do? Yep, here he comes. So we're gonna get him really low, but here comes Kale's gonna get really low, but my spellbound's keeping me up, and it's just enough so Graves is actually going to flash instead. So that was like a 1-for-1, except I got Graves' flash as well, so I could probably take Graves down because he keeps using mana, so he's only gonna have basic attacks, and with no steroids like his E, I could take him down pretty easily. Anyway, so let's see. Here comes Malphite. I'm gonna go after him. Gonna use my Q. Gonna use my E, and gonna throw down my Twilight Shroud just enough. And then those minions aren't gonna be able to kill me, and I'm gonna be able to take down Graves and start a killing spree. So, like that, even in that situation, because I was able to stay in my Twilight Shroud in between attacks, he wasn't able to get me, and even though he had like 2 or 3 times my health, I was able to take him down pretty easily. Anyway, so I'm gonna recall. What am I gonna buy? Let's see. Looks like a blasting wand. So I'm not sure what I was even trying to build in this game. I think I went for a Rage Blade first item. Rage Blade's a good item because it gives ability power and increased attack damage, and meanwhile Ziggs is gonna get a kill on Vigar, and he did get ignited, but he did flash for some reason. I'm not too sure why he did that. Anyway, Kale going after Shaco, it seems, and looks like Kale gonna get ignited. Kale gonna use her ultimate, gonna keep getting chased, but gonna go up to Shaco, gonna flash away, getting really low. I'm gonna come in here, throw my Twilight Shroud, and there we go. I'm gonna use my E and then be able to take him down. So that's
agreed.
Not much happening there, just getting chased, and then I was able to help finish him off. And incidentally, I did have red buff, and red buff is actually a great item on Akali, I found, because of the damage from her ultimate and then into a Q. It can just deal so much damage. Anyway, so Rage Blade, yeah, it gives you extra attack damage, which gives you spell ramp, but it also gives you ability power for more, well, damage. And I could probably take Sion right now. I do have my Ignite, so his ultimate would be fairly useless. Anyway, so yeah, after Rage Blade, and meanwhile top, they're gonna get the turret as Graves was top as well. Anyway, so I didn't go for a Rylai's until later on in the game, like near the end, because I actually didn't notice that it was a good item. Well, obviously it is a really good item on Akali now. Anyway, so Shaco trying to come for a gank. Meanwhile, there's a gank sort of going in, fight for blue buff there. Anyway, so we're gonna go after Shaco. He's gonna deceive away just as we deal a lot of damage to him. There he is. I'm gonna walk the other way because I thought he went the other way. But there he is. I'm gonna get feared, but I'm gonna flash over. And there he is. I'm gonna be able to use my abilities and then be able to take him down. And I felt like taking down the clone as well. Anyway, so meanwhile, Sion's getting really dumb. Like, he doesn't notice we're here, so we're gonna go after him maybe. And where is he? He's back at turret range. So it doesn't matter anymore. Excuse me. Alright, so I think my next item was a Will of the Ancients. I thought this was a good item because we have people like Ziggs and Kale and me as well, so we all benefit from Spell Vamp as well as me getting increased ability power. So Will of the Ancient's a pretty good item, I think, but probably would have been best to go for a Gunblade first because it's one of those main items that you want to get as well. It has extra attack damage and it also has that active. So, anyway, so I'm going to go after Sion and be able to take him down really, really well, easily. And I could probably go for this Graves if K ulted me, but looks like I'm going to get engaged, but he's going to pull out. Anyway, so, yep, not too much happening. With Akali, what you can do is you can harass really well, even just, level 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, before you have your ultimate. I could have just said 1 to 5, couldn't I, or before 6. Anyway, you can just harass by using your Q, as it doesn't cost too much energy. So I'm gonna get ulted, but, we didn't notice that Kale's ultimate, how long it lasts for. We didn't notice how long it lasted for, so unfortunately I did die to the turret. But it doesn't really matter. I was able to get a kill, no, an assist. And I'm gonna go 6-2-1 now. From now on, I think I do go downhill, unfortunately. Anyway, Malphite ultimate coming in. Sion's got to flash away. There is an ignite. And looks like they're still going to chase. And meanwhile, Volibear's going to get a kill on Shaco. While Rammus is going to use his ultimate, going to use his taunt, I think, soon. Maybe not. And looks like here comes Viger as well. And looks like Volibear going to get ignited, but he does have his passive running. And it looks like Viger's going to have to flash away. Zig's getting really low, but Rammus is going to be able to finish him off. And it looks like Viger juking around. And looks like Kale's going to go after him. Going to flash. Going to use her, or try to use her Q, but then unfortunately, the stun was there. So anyway, going to go after Rammus. Going to beat that guy's ass. Anyway, so, yep, now I have my Rage Blade. And also gives that passive where every time you basic attack, or ability use, it stacks your ability power and attack speed, so it really does help. Anyway, so I'm going to get stunned on the turret, but I was able to take down Sion, and then I was able to ult to a minion and be able to get out. And, I do want to point out as well, in the Akali Champion Spotlight, which was ages ago, pardon me, because I know for one of the first items. Anyway, I'm going to get ganked here. I'm going to be in my little pool thing. But here comes the Rammus ultimate, and I'm not going to be able to do much. So I'm going to kick towards Graves and try and heal up on him. But it looks like I'm not going to be able to do much. Anyway, so in the Champion Spotlight, not sure if you noticed that one of the people that Freak is playing with, actually his name is called Vayne O. So, it's a little bit weird. Anyway, and this was way before Vayne was released. Anyway, so Kill and Tara going, mid going ahead. Anyway, Zig's gonna stay around too long, it seems. Gonna get engaged by Shaco. Gonna get really low. Here comes Rammus. And they're gonna be able to take him down. But looks like that was a really nice ultimate. and he was unfortunately not able to take him down as he was focusing the Shaco clone instead. Anyway, so I had enough gold. I purchased my Will of the Ancients, and that's going to help me and the rest of my team. And after this, I do think that I do go for the Rylai's or the Lichbane. I forgot which one. But also Sorcerer Shoes are a great item. With boots on Akali, I think you can go more than just Sorcerer Shoes. Oh well, you can go any build for shoes. Merc Treads are good. Cooldown boots are alright. I've only ever tried Sorc Shoes. And Berserker Greaves, that's if you're going all out, I don't know, AD, attack speed. Anyway, if anybody can tell me, what I'd like to know is how I have plus 35 attack damage. Because I'm gonna go after Graves, but unfortunately I could have used my ultimate, but for some reason I didn't, and unfortunately he was able to get away. And unfortunately I did die to the turret. Anyway, so my team picking up Dragon now, and here comes Shaco, and they're not gonna be able to do much. Anyway, so, and looks like Malphite gonna get stunned and get quite a bit of damage. Here comes Shaco, but he's not gonna be able to do much because it is Malphite. So yeah, I don't know why I have plus 35 attack damage. Like, I don't have any attack damage runes or masteries. And because of that, my Twin Disciples Discipline of Might is now being activated. I don't mind that it's being activated. It's just, it's a bit weird because I don't know why I have that plus 35 attack damage. Anyway, it looks like Viger taking down Ziggs and Volibear getting engaged on. Oh, that's what happened. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, slow-mo. Okay, looks like I'm gonna kick towards a minion, and I'm gonna be able to go after Sion, and look at that, I didn't put my ignite, and unfortunately, he's gonna be able to get away. So, really unfortunate. Meanwhile, Graves is gonna take down bot turret, it seems, maybe. Looks like an ultimate coming from Ziggs, and yep, gonna take it down, but that Ziggs ultimate just going in the middle of him. And it looks like Volibear going to go after Graves, but Graves is actually going to be able to kill Volibear. I'm not sure how much health Graves is actually on. So it looks like I'm gonna go try and go around and take down Graves or help with the turret. And yep, Graves is still here, so I'm going to be able to take him down really well. There's my Q, there's my ultimate, and take him down really well. Really easily. Not really well. Alrighty. So hopefully we're going to be able to take down the turret there with Ziggs. And here comes Shaco. I'm going to not be here in time, and unfortunately Ziggs is going to have to flash. But I'm going to go up to this turret, going to take it down, then I'm going to go up to Shaco, and he has used his ultimate, but there I have my ultimate, and he's going to be able to get away. If I had probably put my ignite, then again I would have gotten another kill, so like 3 times I've missed my ignite. Anyway, so Viger gonna come in here, gonna stun me, use his ultimate, Q, and then here's Deathfire Grasp, and unfortunately take me down. And I've just noticed that Malphite, when he slams the ground, that, you know how it has that fist, imprint on the ground? Well, I just noticed that it's actually Riot, the Riot game symbol. At least that's what I think it is. Because before when I saw it, it was like, it looked like it. So, I'm not sure if that's it, but that's what it looked like. Anyway, so, let's see what I bought. I didn't bother to buy another boots, I just went for a blasting wand as well. So looks like I am building a Rylai's, and after that I'll probably build boots, and then a Lichbane. Yeah, I do, oh, I might actually be building a Lichbane now. It's either, I know that the items in this I got were Lichbane, Rylai's, Will of the Ancients, Rageblade, because this match isn't too long. Anyway, so Malphite gotta be taken down by Viger's. Viger's really low. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be able to take down Rammus. We're gonna go after Shaco, and we're gonna be able to take him down as well. Excuse me. Alrighty, so we're going to be able to hopefully try and push down this turret and just poke around with Zig bombs. Anyway, I'm going to get stunned, and Volibear going to go after San, so I'm going to go after him as well, and I'm going to ult, but just as he flashed, so it was a bit retarded. Anyway, Kale going to go after San. I'm going to flash for some reason. I think it was just so I could get the passive off on my Q. Anyway, so Kale gonna flash after and gonna be able to get the kill on Sion. Meanwhile, we're gonna go after Graves, and I'm still really low, so Vigar's gonna unfortunately take me down. And I know that this is Bob was actually saying he was gonna ult me, but it was a bit too late. Anyway, so Volibear gonna be able to take down Graves. It looks like Volibear's gonna die unfortunately though, because of that taunt. And Malphite's gonna be getting chased by Rammus. No, Rammus is going to pull back. Anyway, so I have a Giant's Belt, so it does look like I'm actually going for Rylai's first. Rylai's great item on Akali because it keeps the enemy constantly slowed, and you can Q somebody, and then since they're slowed, you can ult to them, and even your ultimate, it will slow them, so it will help you catch up with them, and you can be able to because since Akali's an assassin, she needs to be able to stick to targets and constantly deal damage. So she's already got the damage factor, and it just helps when you build items, obviously, like anybody. But with a Rylai, she's able to keep them constantly slowed, and because of that, she's able to stick with the target. Anyway, so looks like Kale getting blue buff. I did want to try and steal it, but it looks like I was not going to be able to. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to steal wolves. Yep. Alrighty. Yeah, so it looks like Shaco going down, maybe for Dragon. Not too sure. Anyway, so right now, while we have a moment of peace and silence, I want to point out something. I haven't had many games recently where I've been going too well, and with champions that I haven't actually shown before, because I like actually showing champions that I haven't played before. I actually show champions that I have played again. Anyway, so I'm going to throw down my Shroud. Check, San already been taken down by Ziggs. And it looks like Zig's going to go after Shaco. Vigar's going to take down Malphite. And it looks like we're going to go after Graves. And I didn't get a single assist in that. I didn't get a single assist or kill in that. So I was very sad. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So I haven't had many games. My friend, this is Bob, who's playing Kale. He sent me last night quite a few games. He sent me about 18 games. All of which I haven't actually bothered to download, sorry. But that looks awesome. Anyway, so, but the point is, not all of them are working, so I might not show them. If I can, and I will. But, because since he's, like, awesome and that, like, he always gets good scores. Anyway, so, I don't know if I'll be able to show them or not. If not, then, this game will probably be going up now, and then if anything, his matches will go up soon. Anyway, so I'm going to get ulted by Kale just as I enter my Twilight Shroud. We're going to be able to take down San. I'm still really low, and it looks like Vigar hopefully won't take me down. It looks like Rammus is going to go down to Ziggs, and I'm going to still be alive. And looks like Vigar's going to come here, and going to stun me. Here comes Shaco. I'm going to get really low, and I'm going to continuously get healed up, and unfortunately be taken down. And anyway, so I'm gonna unfortunately die. I do have my Rylai's now, and I do have once again another bloody amplifying tome. This was either to build into a Lichbane, as Lichbane great item because it stacks really well with your Q when you attack and basic attack, and it helps when you go into your Twilight Shroud and then you come out just to basic attack. You have that extra damage. Anyway, so I'm gonna just speed this up just a tad. And I'm super speed. Yeah. Okay. Looks like Malphite's unfortunately gonna die to Viger. Looks like Volley's is gonna get chased. And he's gonna go after Viger, it seems. Gonna get him really low. And go after Shaco, it seems. If he knows which one's the right one. And it looks like he's gonna go after Viger instead. And because he kept doing that, he could have probably taken down Viger if he went for him earlier. But it looks like Viger was able to take him down before he died. Anyway, so yeah, after when this match is being recorded, I've only played Akali once, and this is the first time. So I don't know why, but Ziggs keeps going after red buff like that for some reason, and we're not too sure why. But he's gonna use all his abilities for some stupid reason. And here comes Shaco, gonna get slowed by Kale, but he's just gonna deceive away. And here comes Rammus as well. But I didn't want to go after Rammus because I knew that the others were around. And here comes Viger. I'm going to get taunted. And that's a nice ultimate. And going to deal... that's a alright ultimate from Ziggs. Anyway, so I'm going to get really low. But I'm going to be able to flush away. And I'm going to go after Shaco, it seems. And get really low. And I'm going to be able to get 2 assists. And then take down Silent. Meanwhile, Graves is going to take me down. Looks like they're going to go after Graves. Graves is really low. He might flash over, but that was a nice ultimate from Malphite. If he had flash, then he wasn't able to use it, as Malphite did ult him just in time, and they were able to take him down. Meanwhile, Viger's here just hanging around, and that's a nice Shaco box into a stun, and they're going to be, he's going to be able to survive that. But he's still hanging around, so it looks like he might be going, yep, there's the kill on Ziggs. But it looks like he's still going to be able to be taken down by, this is Bob. Anyway, so it looks like Malphite, Volibear going for top, just tanking it, and then with minions. And looks like we were able to get a Nexus turret, and looks like Shaco's going to be able to take down Malphite. Anyway, so I do have my Sheen, so it looks like a Lich Bane first item, and they're going to be able to take down Volibear as well, unfortunately. So, pretty bad move. They decided to just try and take that turret. They didn't get it. They probably should have just recalled. Anyway, so doesn't really matter. We are still quite a fair bit in this game. They've only got 2 of our turrets, and we've got like 5, 6, 7 turrets. So we're ahead about 5 turrets and 4 kills. So really we are really quite a bit ahead. And looks like I'm going to stay in this bush a bit too long, and here comes Viger and Rammus. I'm going to get stunned. And that was a nice ultimate, but just as Kale ults me, I'm going to go into my Twilight Shroud. I'm still ignited though. And let's see, the rest of my team's got to come in. And there's an ultimate going and get it. And I'm going to be able to take down Rammus just as he gets low. And unfortunately, if my Twilight Shroud had been there a little bit longer, then I probably could have survived. But Viger saw me and was able to take me down. Anyway, I'm dead, but my team's still going to go after Baron right now. It is a 4v4, and their jungler is still up, actually, and it is a Shaco. But the whole point is that I'm not alive, so I'm not going to be able to get the buff, and because of that, that's going to set me behind a little bit. I do get the 300 gold, though, and it looks like I do have my blasting wand, and that's still into my Lich Bane. Anyway, so they're not going to wait for me and just take it, and I'm going to be very depressed about that. So it looks like Malphite's going to head top to stop backdooring Shaco while I revive, and looks like they're going to try and go after Graves, but looks like they're not going to be able to. And here comes Shaco. Looks like he's going to be trying to get red buff, but Malphite and Volibear are just hanging around in this area. Anyway, so it looks like Zig's got to get engaged, as well as this is Bob. They're going to be able to take down Silent maybe really low, and yep, there's the kill. and Sion was also really low. Anyway, Malphite gonna get engaged by Graves, but Graves is gonna flash, but he is slowed, and maybe might be able to catch up to him. There's a slow from Volibear, and looks like he's going to be able to get him. Maybe not. Anyway, so Shaker's just hanging around, and I was able to get him low, and I was just telling Bob behind. Anyway, so he's gonna get really low, and that was actually the clone, I should say. But I'm gonna be able to cut him off, and yep, there he is. Anyway, so if I had used my abilities properly, like Q then ult, then I probably could have taken him down. But unfortunately, I did ult and then used my E, and unfortunately, he's going to be able to get out of that. And for some reason, he did ignite me as well. I don't know why that is. Pardon me, I'm losing my voice. Anyway, so it looks like a stun coming in here. And Viger's going to be able to take down Malphite. Malphite was getting attacked by the turret. We're going to be able to take down Rammus. But it looks like Volibear is going to die under the turret as well to Viger as well. And the minions... Oh, and that was a decent ultimate. And I'm going to go after Sion and be able to take him down really quickly. And I really want to go after that Viger. He's going to get really low, and there's the kill. Anyway, Shaker's going to take down KO. I'm going to flash, go to ult to him, and then use my Q and be able to take him down. Meanwhile, I wanted this Graves, so there's the ultimate, there's the Q. Maybe not. Yep, there's the Q. But I'm still hanging around in front of this turret for some reason. Anyway, so I'm quite low right now, and let's see what I'm going to do.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So it looks like I'm going to actually...
Your team has destroyed.
Yep, help take down this inhibitor, and then I'm going to start recalling, but guess what? Guess what's going to happen? No, Rammus, no! He's going to powerball into me, and Akali doesn't actually have any escapable maneuvers, and Graves is going to be able to pick up the kill. And let's see, I want to see if Graves kill me with the smoke screen.
You have been slain.
Nope, he also killed me with a buckshot. Anyway, so unfortunately I died, and I was really pissed at that. Anyway, so I have a Lich Bane. That's going to help greatly with my Q, as I said earlier, blah blah blah. And it looks like... What do I buy? Anyway, so they're going to get Dragon right about now. There we go. And I'm going to have just under enough gold to get my Silk Shoes. And it looks like Rammus is going to go onto Viger, Volibear, and here comes Malphite, here comes Six. They're going to get him slow, but it looks like they're not going to be able to kill Rammus, as he is just way too tanky. And that ultimate almost killing him, but it looks like it wasn't enough. Anyway, so Malphite coming, going onto Viger. Gotta get him really low, but it looks like Viger's gonna, Graves gonna get the kill on Malphite. That was a lot of damage onto Viger, Malphite. Because Malphite isn't actually building health, he's just building tank. So that's why you should also build, health on tanks, because sometimes just magic resist and armor aren't enough. Anyway, so I'm going to get Graves really low, and I probably could have ulted, but it doesn't matter, I'm going to put my Ignite. So I keep forgetting to ult, because I keep forgetting that I can ult again, because I always think ult, and then you only have one ultimate. Anyway, so Shaker's really low, and I'm going to go after him, but there's the taunt, and unfortunately he's going to deceive away. Meanwhile, Kale's going to go after Sion, I'm going to go after Rammus for some reason, and get him really low, and yep, there's the kill. Alrighty, so I'm going to go up to Sion, and there's the kill on Sion as well. So I'm going to recall, but it looks like it's going to be GG. And here comes Shaco, but he's not going to be able to get any of us. Oh, looks like he got Ziggs. And I'm going to get my Silver Shoes, and what else do I get? Yep, I get my Blasting one just in time as the game ends. So that's going to be GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Look at that. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this game. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Leave a comment on who you would like me to play next. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.